appears next to the Ajahn together. But
so, how is everybody? You don't understand me? Sani?
yes, helpful. I think some of them are smiling, some look quite serious. I guess they are fine.
Some of them are what?
Quite serious looking.
Sulky. Okay, let's start.
Yep. So, anyone with questions for Long Po, you can raise your hand and then unmute yourself. Hello, John.
Yeah.
So the last time that we talked, we were working on using hatred against itself. And while I was meditating, I was getting rid of sankharas that were building into painful things. And you said, okay, this is 50% of the practice, but you're still missing the point that the kilesas are using the kantas rather than in them or a part of them. And this, kind of made me go, oh, I have to rethink my practice a little bit and go back to the basics. So I asked myself, how does a kilesa actually work? And it was an interesting question. And the best analogy I came up with is it's kind of like an AI program that you ignorantly created in your own mind. And it's a motivation of sorts. And the most pernicious of these kilesas for me is the wrong motivation that self-torture creates progress.
Wrong.
And
explain it a little bit further.
Okay. Okay, I'll give you an example, maybe to explain it. Probably the most vicious one that I've had for about a year now, that developed from some anxiety and PTSD was, while I'm eating food, I become mindful of death, and then I consider if the next bite that I'm about to swallow is going to choke me and I'm going to die. And you can imagine that happens 100 times a day, so it's pretty extreme. And I can let go of it sometimes, but then the kilesa comes up, and what it tells me is that, no, you need to torture yourself with this fear of death because it's going to force you to have sati. So torturing myself creates pain, which makes me pay attention. And so, yes, it's painful, but the end result is a positive. So if I lash myself and put myself under torture circumstances, sati will be forced to arise. So yes, it's painful, but it's worth it. And obviously this is wrong, but I can't quite see why. And I was
why do you think obviously it's wrong?
Well, I can see the positives in it.
Yeah. And what is the negative?
Right.
The pain.
The negatives, the pain, and the embarrassment.
Well, what kind of embarrassment?
Well, it's a pretty simple to-do process of eating food.
Yes.
And yet...
Yeah, I would, first of all, yeah, you have the tendency to think too much and to analyze these things instead of observing these things. Yeah? If you try to analyze what is happening, yeah, then you're in the thinking process, and that is what the kilesas love, yeah? They love to analyze, yeah? What our practice is, first we get into a calm where there's nothing happening. Then we go out and observe, yeah? Then we put our attention onto something and then ask questions, yeah, until the chitta answers this question. Yeah? Most of the time the chitta will answer, I don't know, I don't understand. And then we know we have to go on. Yeah? What is pain, for instance? Yeah? The question, what is pain? Yeah? The chitta says, no, I don't know, I don't understand. Yeah? So you go and investigate. Yeah? Your tendency is to think and to analyze, yeah, and that is for nearly every person who comes from the West, yeah. I mean, that's how we are trained, and that's how we, yeah, attack problems or deal with problems, yeah, to analyze them, yeah. But that is not the way of practice. The way of practice is to get the mind calm, to look at things and to observe, yeah. What actually is happening, yeah. So about the food problem, I would just, I just would think, if the fear comes up, I mean, I'm going to choke with the next dike, then just tell yourself, yeah, so what? Sooner or later I will have to die anyway. Yeah? And since when has this fear come up? I mean, when you were a kid, you didn't have the fear, or?
No, it started about last year.
Yeah. And what happened before that?
The experience in Ukraine, and then I had a stomach ulcer, and they had to do an endoscopy, and they put a big plastic tube down my throat.
Oh. That's
pretty
nice.
Excruciating.
Yeah.
And they don't put you under in Europe. They didn't sedate me.
They didn't sedate you. That's good. I don't know if they sedate.
It was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah.
So, I was joking.
Yeah, of course. I mean, sometimes I'm joking when I'm go to the dentist, and he lets the water, let my mouth full of water, and nothing is sucking it out, and then I'm choking of water. They are not that careful, yeah. But anyway, so I would investigate that, yeah. Then I would investigate death, yeah. I mean, sooner or later we will have to die. No matter what we do, yeah. You can cross, when you cross the street, yeah. You can die. A car picks you up, and you die, yeah. You can fall from the ladder, break your neck and die. Or you go down the stairs, from your apartment and fall off the stairs, and break your neck and die. Yeah? Huh? Or you change a light bulb and get electrocuted and die. I mean, there's so many, yeah, things, yeah. But there's one thing that we should know: we only die when we have the karma to die. So, whenever there's karma, there's nothing, when our karma says, I mean, you lived long enough, yeah, the karma tells us you lived long enough, then we die, yeah. If the karma says you still, even if you imagine to die, yeah, some people are in a car crash and they don't die, yeah, other people, have a car crash and die, yeah. So if it is not our time to die, then we won't die, no matter what we do, yeah, unless, we jump off the high rise, then we are most certainly going to die. Understand that this is something really crucial, yeah? People always think, because of their action they will die. No, we don't die because of our action. Yeah? We die because of our karma. I mean, what I mean is we don't die because of our action in this life. Yeah? We die, because we created the karma in our previous life, yeah, that amounts to this time, What do I normally say, I mean, when we are born, every child, that is born has put into its body a clock that is ticking, yeah. And once a clock stops ticking, that's the moment we die, and there's nothing we can do. Yeah, I mean, we can change a little bit, I mean, we can put up the dial, to live 1 or 2 years longer, if you live a healthy life, whatever, according whatever is healthy, or if you live an unhealthy life. If you have a lot of stress, that is not really that healthy, But we can only dial down, a few years up and few years down. And the rest is really determined by karma. If we don't believe it, then we should listen to what the Lord Buddha says, A taker of life will have a short life. A non-taker of life will have a long life. So it doesn't. It's not about this or that. People get this imagination. Yes, if I don't do this, I will have a longer life. No. If you have not killed people, or if you have not killed animals in previous lives, you will have a long life. Or if you have not tortured, other beings, tortured to death, This is something you really should understand, The sutta, about this karma is somewhere in the Majjhima, in the middle length saying, So read it, It says all about it, It says also, if we are very generous in the next life, we will be rich, no matter what we do, we will not, unless we steal, of course, we will not become rich, in this life if we don't have the karma too, the natural rich. People all cheat, and people all, steal, that is not, that's not what I'm talking about. If you have the karma, that is why it's so important for us to understand karma. People who lie a lot, what did the Lord Buddha say? Next life, they will stink out of their mouth, so people won't get close. So they don't have to hear all these lies from these people, But it's not in this life. This is something we really have to put. We really have to get down into our brain, into our heart, that this is the way it is. And if you don't believe what I say, then read, the suttas of the Lord Buddha. He never says that it is in this life. He never said that, if you do this in this life, it will prolong your life. No, he says, if you are a non-taker of life, in the next life you will have a long life. If you're a taker of life, in the next life you will have a short life. Look at all these people who are cruel, who kill so many people, some of them live for 80, 90 years, and others die, with 20 years. So it has nothing to do what we do in this life. What we do in this life, will come back in the next life. It is the same thing, as the people here, I normally tell the Thais are the same thing, They want to come to the monastery, and then, they offer this and offer that, and when they get out of the monastery, they buy lottery tickets, and see if they win anything, that's not how it works, Then I tell them, if you want to eat rice, you have to sow rice, If you sow rice, today, you cannot eat it in the evening. It's not ready, It takes 6 months, And the karma that we normally do in this life, it takes at least 60 years, Some of the karma, we don't even receive in 1 lifetime or 2 lifetimes, The Lord Buddha said, some of it is like planting a tree, Planting a tree, 1 year no fruit, 2nd year no fruit, only after the 7th year you have fruit, but then you have fruit for 20 years, So this is something we really have to get to get a grasp of it, get a hold of it, Nothing, Nothing what we do will change this life, no matter, if it is of sickness, we cannot avoid this sickness, we cannot avoid that sickness, we cannot avoid this, we cannot avoid cancer, we cannot avoid Parkinson, we cannot avoid, or whatever, Alzheimer, what it is, because this is, is born because of our karma from our previous life. Or we cannot avoid, being murdered, or we cannot avoid, being tortured, because it comes from the previous life, No matter what we do, But whatever we do now in this life, will be the basis for our next life. Yeah? Not only the basis, not only from this life, but from lots of different life, yeah, will determine the karma from the next life where we go to. Yeah. This is really something that you really have to let the heart be infiltrated by this, yeah, to understand this, and to realize it. Whatever we do, will have an effect, but the effect, will not come immediately, yeah. And some people, you see a lot of YouTube videos, instant karma. There is no instant karma, yeah. It's a karma from the previous life, and it looks like it is instant, yeah, but it is not instant. Yeah? Whatever you do, will come back to you, but the time it takes, to come back to, it's quite a few years, and most of the time it is, a whole lifetime, yeah, and sometimes it's even several lifetimes before it comes back. Yeah? So please to understand it, yeah, and understand also one other thing, or the question, yeah, I want you to ask you. You live this life, yeah, and then you die, and then you're born again, yeah, and then you live the next life, and then you die again, and then you're born again. Yeah? Is that what you want? Yeah, you have the opportunity now, yeah, to find a way out, because the Buddha's teaching is still valid, yeah. There are still people who can find a way out of the samsara vata. What is it in English? The cycle of birth and death. Yeah? You still can find it out. Think about this life, yeah. Reflect about death, yeah. The Lord Buddha said, death, the reflection, marana sati, yeah. The sati, the awareness of death, yeah. We should do that nearly every day, yeah. Being aware that we are actually born to die, yeah. In other realms, we don't die in this sense, we just disappear from that realm, and appear in another realm, yeah. So when we go to hell, we don't die in hell, we are not born in hell, we just go, we go there, and then once our karma is gone, then we appear in another realm, yeah. But we are not born. There are only two realms of the 31 realms where we are actually born, yeah, and where we have this body, this heavy body, yeah, this material body, yeah, just like in the animal realm and in the human realm. That's where we are born. That's where we have to learn. And think about how long did it take you to learn to learn this body, to train this body, yeah? Training to walk, training to talk, training to think, training, yeah, training to write, to read, yeah? Yeah? Going to kindergarten, going to primary school, going to secondary school, yeah? Going to high school, and then going to university, yeah? It takes you 17, 18 years before you can use your body with full strength, yeah? And then ask yourself, how long can you use your body with full strength, yeah? 30, 35 years, maybe even 40 years, yeah? And then the body slowly decays, yeah? It gets old, it's just like an old car, Then this breaks and that breaks, yeah? Or you get an ulcer, things like that, and then they come and, and take things out, or with other things, yeah? The heart stops, they put in, what is it, a pacemaker, if it doesn't work, they change your heart, yeah? Or they change your, what is it, liver or whatever, yeah? I think you can't change liver, but yeah. What is it? Yeah, some things. It's just like in the car shop, yeah? You go with your old car to the car shop, and they look at it, this is faulty, that is faulty, take a new part and put it in, yeah? And then it works again for a while. And then another part, And that is the same thing with our body, yeah? The older we get, all our parts of the body become older, and sooner or later will fade, yeah? When we die of old age, or some people, don't die of old age, they die young. Really reflect upon this. Yeah? Now, in this lifetime, you have the opportunity, because, you have come to the Dhamma, you have the opportunity to find a way out. Yeah? Think about, reflect about this life. Go back in memory, go back to the way, to the time when you learned to walk. Go back to the time when you learned to talk. Because the next time when you become a human being, it is the same thing, you have to do it over again. Then go to kindergarten, primary school, secondary school, high school, yeah, and university. And then you have to train for a job. And then you work, yeah. For what do you work? Yeah, for your livelihood, yeah. And then you retire at an age, where you don't have any more strength, yeah. You just wait for death to come, while the body gets older and older and older. This is the nature of human beings, yeah. Other realms are different, yeah. They don't have birth and old age, yeah. They appear and disappear. Yeah? In the heavenly realm, or even in the ghost realms, or or in the hell realm, yeah. That's where they appear and disappear, yeah? Because they either use up their good karma, or they get rid of their bad karma. Yeah? And what the normal life is, think about it, there are very, very, very few people, human beings, when they die, that they become humans again. Most of us, most of us go down to hell. And most of us, when they go down to hell, and once the hell is over, they go to the ghost realm, and once the ghost realm is over, then they come back as human beings. That is the normal for 99% of the human beings, and for human beings, that is the normal cycle. 1%, they might go to heaven, and they go to hell, and then they come back as a human being. Yeah? That is the people who are on a spiritual path, who do a lot of good karma. Or, they don't have the good karma to go to heaven, then they go to hell and come back as a human being. So think about it. How long do you want to do that? Yeah? How long you want to be born and die? Really? Yeah? Ask yourself. Yeah? Because next life, and think about all the problems that you have, especially when you go and work. In the morning you have to get up, and then you start working, yeah? And how long, how many years do you work? Yeah, 40 years, 30 years, 40 years, yeah? And then I have no energy anymore, yeah? And then it is very difficult to pick up the practice, yeah? Because, then everything, hurts, the body hurts, the body is in pain, because this doesn't work or that doesn't work, yeah? So it is easier for us, as younger people, to practice, and to practice really tough, yeah? So reflect about it. Reflect about this life, yeah? It is very precious, this life, human life. Because what did the Lord Buddha say about this human life? This human life is just like the jumping board, yeah? It is the perfect realm, yeah? To get out of the samsara, yeah? To get out of this cycle of birth and death, yeah? The human life, yeah? Why? Because we have enough dukkha and we have enough sukha. So we can see, yeah, the cause of dukkha and the cause of sukha. Yeah? We can see, we can understand, and we can transverse it. Yeah? That is why the human life is so precious. Yeah? If you are born in the heavenly realm, none of you, would come to the Zoom session, if they are all happy. Yeah? Every day they wake up, oh, I'm so happy, and in the evening go to bed, I'm so happy. Nobody would be interested in practice, yeah? But if we have this dukkha, getting up, not wanting to get up and already have this bodily dukkha, then being hungry, having this bodily dukkha, yeah? Being thirsty, having the bodily dukkha, being tired, having the bodily dukkha, yeah? Or need to go to the toilet, it's also dukkha, yeah? Until you relieve yourself, then it is sukha. That's so nice, yeah? It's all gone. Huh? Think about it, yeah? Dukkha, the first noble truth. The first noble truth is dukkha. Yeah? And dukkha is not only suffering. Yeah? There's hardly anybody of us who is really suffering. And people who are suffering, they don't come to the Dhamma. Because they don't know the way out. They have too much dukkha. Yeah? It's just like, in the hell or the ghost realms. They don't practice because they have too much dukkha. Yeah? And we as human beings, we have enough dukkha and sukha, so we can see the difference between it or, the cause of it. Yeah? And understand it, and let go of our attachment to the five khandhas, and go into Nibbana. Through investigation of the five khandhas, that we believe it is us. Yeah? We are born, and it takes 18 years, to train the body to its full potential, and then we can use it, with its full potential for maybe 30, 40 years, and then, some of us, they slowly decay, sorry for this, slowly decay for 30, 40 years until they are dying, we call that old age, slowly, slowly the body, becoming less and less and less effective. People with 60 cannot run, like people with 30. When they go up the hill. So think about it. Take the opportunity of this human life, and find the way out. At least, for the first door. Where you can be sure, even if you come back, you will come back at most, 7 more times, and that is either in heaven or in the human realm. Take the opportunity, and think about it, reflect about it. What is this life? When you go to work, what you're working for? When you do something, what are you doing for it? Because the feelings, because the sensation arise within our body, in our heart, Why not go directly to the heart, If we go and buy something, why do we buy something, Maybe we need it, maybe it is necessary for our daily existence, then it is okay. But lots of things that we buy, are not necessary for our daily existence, it is a substitute for our dukkha, We buy something and then we are happy, and then we have to take care of it and then we are unhappy. Look around in your apartment or in your house, so many things, you have to dust them, you have to, you have to take care of them, What are they for, What is the use of them? All these nice pictures, all this, the vase, and all these things, This little statue and so on, you have to take care of it, And all, it all gathers dust, and and you have to take care of it. The simpler our life is, the less clothes we have to wear, the less we have to wash, That's nice about us, we just have one set of clothes, when they're, we wash them, and then we put them on. So we look all every day we look the same, It doesn't really matter, We don't have to pretend to be somebody, We don't have to pretend to be something, something worthwhile because he has expensive clothes, or this kind of clothes, or that kind of clothes, or this handbag, or that handbag, or this shoes, or that shoes, or this car, or that car, it doesn't really matter, reflect about it, what it is, what is it, what you want, Ask yourself, what is it, what you want from your life, Really? What do I want? What should be the end? When I die, what should be in my account book? What have I achieved? Because if I have just achieved a profession, in the next life you have to train this profession again. It doesn't stick. So in this life, you train to be a doctor, in the next life you have to train to be a doctor again. Of course, there will be some benefit to it, it is for you easier to understand. Or if you become an engineer, in the next life you become an engineer, so you have to train an engineer again. Yeah? Or you change your profession to something else, you have to train it. Yeah? What's the point of your life? Ask yourself. Yeah? I don't want to say that you live a pointless life. That's not true. Yeah, I ask you to reflect about yourself, and ask, what is the point? What is the aim of my life? Yeah, do I want to be born and die? Yeah, because that is for 100% sure. Yeah, when we die, we are born again. Yeah, unless we make a stop to it.
I want this to be my last human life.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, then you better get
I
into.
don't like this.
Yeah, now then you better get into the practice. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but do understand, I mean, this was a talk for everyone, yeah, not only for you. Do understand, and see, and get a feeling, what is fear? Yeah? When you eat, yeah, and this fear comes up, then investigate, what is fear? Huh? Don't analyze it, don't try to analyze it with the brain, feel it. Yeah? Feel it, yeah, and then see what came before this, before the fear arose, yeah. Maybe a thought, maybe a memory of a previous life where you actually choked to death. Why do you think some people, are afraid of heights? Because they have fallen and died. Yeah? Other people, are afraid of, claustrophobic. They cannot go into a lift or into a very tight environment because they have died in a cave. Yeah, and they couldn't get out. Yeah, or in a hole or whatever. Yeah. So the fear, of these previous lives, comes back. Yeah, but that doesn't mean it has, the situation is coming back. Yeah. But you can counter this fear, yeah? See what kind of thoughts are coming for. Or experience a fear. There's nothing wrong with experience fear. Okay, yeah? Yeah? And then you can, once you experience a fear, let it go, let it sit, in the body, and really feel it, yeah? Feel the fear, yeah? And then, next time, you're in lots of pain, yeah? Then feel the pain. And then ask, what is the difference between fear and pain? And then you will see, if you're really good, you will see. It's just a label that is different. Yeah? The experience is pretty much the same. Okay?
Thank you.
So, other questions?
Yes. All learning, go ahead.
One day, with regard to my meditation, I feel as though I have sort of hit a plateau and there isn't any further progress. And so what happens is I start with observation of the breath, in and out breath, anapana, and slowly the mind becomes concentrated and it stops wandering. And sometimes it becomes very still, that it stops jumping to the senses. However, sounds can be heard, but the mind does not go into that. Pain can be felt on the body if perhaps I have sat for a bit too long, but the mind does not start processing the pain, or thoughts come in contact with the mind, but the mind does not entertain those thoughts. It just remains still for a while. I do not know how long the mind remains still. Sometimes it's up to the end of that period which I am sitting. But now the issue is that once the mind has entered into this state where it is not wavering or jumping from one object to another, and it is very still, I sort of feel like I'm stuck there, and there's nothing more to do. Like there's no object that the mind can continue to focus on. So there's a sense of boredom, and when this boredom kicks in, this mind starts to wander again. So it comes out of that state of stillness. So my question is, I don't know if maybe it's because I do not have an instructor, someone to instruct me on what to do, but when this mind becomes still, I have questions like, is there something more to do? Is there something more to that?
That is just the first two steps of our practice. It is, as you described, it is the entering of samadhi, where the mind is still. Yeah, you still have to focus on the breath. You still have to be more and more aware of the breath. So your object of focus is not the stillness. That's where things go wrong, and then after a while, the mind gets bored, yeah? And then it wants to do something else. Eh? No, you have to get more and more interested in the breath, yeah? Is it the in-breath? Is the in-breath long? Is the in-breath short? Is the in-breath deep, or is it shallow, yeah? Is the out-breath, is the out-breath longer than the in-breath, yeah? You really have to observe, yeah? So you have to develop the sati, yeah? You have developed concentration, but you have not developed the sati. Yeah? The sati is the knowingness what goes into the heart. Yeah, it's not jumping. Yeah, but you still have not enough sati. Yeah, you still should focus on the breath. Yeah, until the breath really stops. Yeah, and when the breath really stops, yeah, you have to jump to the knowingness that knows that the breath stops. Yeah, there's the knowingness that knows that the in-breath knows that the out-breath. And you have to observe that, yeah? And you have to observe it all the time until you know that the breath has stopped. And then you jump into the knowingness, and then everything disappears. The whole world system disappears, yeah? You don't hear any sound, yeah? Before that, it becomes really concentrated. The sound always goes far, far away, it is just like from a different planet, yeah? But it's not yet one-pointedness. Yeah? One-pointedness is when the mind, when the object, the knowingness, and the object of knowing merge into one. Yeah? And until that happens, yeah, you have to observe the breath. Yeah? So if you do the breath meditation, yeah? The same happens with the Buddha meditation. We have to stick with the Buddha until we cannot think any more Buddha. Yeah? Not because we are bored. Yeah? Boredom is a sign that you are off your meditation object. Yeah? The meditation object is the breath. Yeah? In the beginning you feel it around the nostrils, and then, yeah, if you get actually into samadhi, then you should know the breath. Yeah? And that might be missing, that you don't know the breath, yeah? You don't know the in-breath, you don't know the out-breath, and this is what we develop. It's called sati, it's awareness, yeah? And we need to develop this awareness, and then we can stay with the breath, and things become even more and more quiet, yeah? Until the mind really focuses onto one point. Even that is just the beginning of our practice. Yeah? When we come out of our practice, then we start to investigate. Yeah? I was talking about, our life, what is our life, what is our aim in our life? That is one investigation. We can talk, we can think about life and death, think about, sooner or later I will die, and then I will be born again, yeah? Or think about when we were born, how we trained this body, how we educate, how we worked, and so on. What is here? Yeah, and then we start to investigate actually, then we start to investigate the body that we are attached to. We are attached to this body. Yeah? We love this body. Yeah? Huh? It's just like, we love our car. Yeah? But we know we are not the car. Yeah? The chitta is the driver of the body. Yeah? So when the body dies, it is like, your car cannot be repaired, and you put it in the junkyard and you get a new car. Yeah? So, that's when the body dies, we go and find another body. Yeah? But if we don't have money, we can't buy another car. Yeah? If we don't have enough merit, we cannot get another human body. Yeah? Or we cannot go to the heavenly realm. Yeah? So we need to go to the ghost realm or to the hell realm first. Yeah? So it's the same thing. Yeah? The chitta. Yeah? That is the main mover. Yeah? From the chitta or from the heart. It's not the physical heart. It is the chitta and the heart and the mind. Or whatever you want to call it. Yeah? From there, everything arises. Yeah? But in the beginning, we only focus, on the body, investigate the body, see that the body and the chitta are two different things. Yeah, just like the car and the driver are two different things. Yeah. The moment you get out of the car, I'm not the car. Yeah. But if you're born in the car and die in the car and never got out of the car, you believe you are the car. When we are born in the body, we die in the body, we believe we are the body. What is?
For a second it was okay.
So, Sani, I'm back.
Okay.
We had some technical difficulties.
And is it run out of battery or something?
It was the battery was run out and the charger didn't work, so we had to repair the plug. But now it is working, it's charging. Okay, so did you understand? The person who asked the question? Huh?
Yes, Ajahn. So my takeaway is that although the mind is still, it has lost interest in the breath, and this interest in the object of the breath is what I should cultivate.
That's right. And then after, once you get calm, start with the investigation of the body. Yeah? Try to separate the body out from the chitta. Okay? Where are you from? What country?
I am from the city of Nairobi in Kenya,
Oh,
east of Africa.
Kenya. There's this huge wild park, huh? Isn't it? Kenya?
They do have a big one.
Yeah, it's famous. Huh? Okay, next question.
No, still cannot hear you.
That is okay.
Yes.
I think I typed.
Okay, can hear you now.
Okay. So I've been trying to practice for the past few months, and I am still struggling to extend my morning meditation to more than half an hour. Usually around half an hour, I start to get restless. So I'm not sure what I can do to improve that part.
You have to fight restlessness.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to investigate. Yeah, you have to investigate restlessness. What is it? Yeah, actually, when you investigate restlessness, you find you find the answer to it. Is very simple. Yeah, the mind is all over the place. So you're not with your meditation object. Do you take the Buddha or you take the breath? What
Breath.
Breath. Yeah.
Breath.
Then go back. Yeah. When you see that you become restlessness, first feel the restlessness. But the moment you concentrate on restlessness itself, you become concentrated, and the restlessness is gone, and then you go back to the breath.
Okay. So during my meditation, sometimes I will see white lights and orange light. This is normal, or I can just ignore them and just go back to my breath.
Yeah, go back to your breath. Yeah. Unless the white light becomes so distracting, then you focus on the white light and pull it into your heart. But don't try it before. Yeah, this doesn't work. Yeah. But that is quite normal that we see light. Yeah. sometimes orange, sometimes yellow, sometimes white light. Yeah, most people see white light. Yeah, yeah. In the beginning, don't even bother. Yeah, unless it becomes distracting. Yeah, it's the same with pain. When we feel pain, there's pain. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. When it becomes so strong that we cannot concentrate on our breath anymore, then we start to investigate pain. What is pain? Where is the pain? Yeah. Is it moving? Is it changing? Is it fixed? Yeah. Where is it? Is it in the bone? Is it in the skin? Is it is it in the tendons? Yeah. Where is it? Yeah. You can't find it. Yeah. Okay.
So now, I did not do any investigation yet because I'm still struggling in this part. So I try to do the morning one. The night meditations are the one that is, and the reflection is the one that I usually have difficulty with because I haven't really prioritized to do them yet.
What?
So for the night meditation, I haven't really prioritized them to such that I always do them every day. I'm still like skipping them. So the investigative part, do I actually need to start now, or actually I can just focus on getting my morning meditation done every day?
Yes. First, focus getting your meditation every day. Yeah. Get as long, get at least as long as 45 minutes, up to 1 hour. Yeah. But if the restlessness comes up, then investigate the restlessness. If the pain comes up, then investigate the pain. This is okay, yeah?
Okay, thank you.
Tom? Ja.
Hallo Ajahn. Wir haben eine Frage.
Wie geht's Erfurt?
Ja, yes. Wie können wir im Alltag am besser mit chronischen Erkrankungen umgehen oder Krankheiten, die halt immer wieder kommen? Das sind nicht jetzt Schmerzen in der Meditation, sondern körperliche Sachen, die halt also permanent da sind.
Gib mir ein Beispiel.
Das nutzen zum Praktizieren oder umgehen, damit zu lernen.
Gib mir ein Beispiel für eine chronische Krankheit.
Darmentzündung.
Was? Darmentzündung.
Chronische Darm? Ja, zum Beispiel. Das kommt halt ständig wieder.
Dann geh mal hin. Ja? Dann geh mal hin. Weil die chronische Krankheit, die hat die Ursache von woanders her. Die hat die Ursache vom Geist her. Das heißt, du gehst zu der chronischen Krankheit, du fühlst sie, so wie du Schmerzinvestigation machst, so wie du den Schmerz untersuchst. Untersuch das ist ja ein unangenehmes Gefühl, diese chronische Krankheit. Untersuch das und schau, was dahinter steckt. Welche Form von Gedanken, welche Form von Erinnerungen kommen vorher, bevor es zustande kommt? Ne?
Ich habe das, Sie sagen, es ist schon komischerweise in einer Woche Urlaub, dann wird es besser und sobald dann der Stress wieder losgeht auf Arbeit.
Ja, ich kann dir das genau sagen, wo es herkommt. Ne? Stress.
Ja, aber...
Ja, und den Stress machst du dir aber selbst. Den Stress machst du dir aber selber. Du erwartest mir. Was?
Gut, dass Tine gerade um die Ecke ist. Okay, ja. Ich übe.
Ja, du kannst den Stress reduzieren mit Samadhi. Ne? Je mehr du in Samadhi reingehst, ne? Je mehr du loslässt von deinen Erwartungen oder das, was du zu sein hast, was du tun musst und so weiter. Wenn du diese Erwartungen hochkommen siehst, lass sie fallen. Ersetze einfach mit Buddha, ne? Oder mit Metta, ne? Mögen alle Wesen glücklich sein. Irgendwas, ne? Ersetz die einfach, diese Erwartungshaltung. Und sei dir treu. Ne? Du kannst nicht mehr tun, als du tun kannst. Ne? Ich bin mir selbst das größte Glück. Wer mich nicht liebt, ist selbst dran schuld. Wir versuchen so viel in unserem Leben, dass die anderen uns mögen oder akzeptieren oder sowas. Ja? Das ist alles verlorene Mühe. Ne? Wenn Leute uns hassen, dann hassen sie uns. Ne? Und wir können nicht ihren Mind, deren Geist ändern. Ne? Aber wir können ihn selber ändern, wie wir darauf reagieren. Und sagen, okay,
Und dann habe ich noch eine Frage
Ja?
von Tina. Sie hat fast jede Nacht hat sie Albträume. Und wir meditieren ja, aber man hat ja kaum Einfluss auf Träume. Und wir haben ja, also wenn wir mit Sati einschlafen, kommt das dann trotzdem wieder. Aber
Ja.
kann man da irgendwie das beeinflussen, dass das, also ich sage fast jede Nacht.
Ist es immer derselbe Traum?
Es geht immer meistens um ihre Mutter, die ja gestorben ist vor ein paar Jahren. Also sie packt das halt in den Dachboden. Aber sie kann es halt, halt auch nicht loslassen, das merkt man ja, wie sie redet.
Ja, dann muss sie versuchen, die Beziehung zu ihrer Mutter, ne, zu untersuchen. Was ist es, was hängt daran? Ne? Ist es, die Mutter hängt an ihr oder sie hängt an der Mutter oder sie hat schlechte Gefühle, weil sie das nicht gemacht hat oder jenes nicht gemacht hat? Dann muss sie sich verzeihen und die Mutter um Verzeihung bitten. Ne? Und das macht sie ein paar Mal und dann ist es weg. Ne?
Ja, ganz schön.
Okay. Alles? War's alles, oder?
Ja, noch alles.
Gut. Yeah?
Hi, Ajahn.
Yeah. You're back in Holland, or?
Yes, I'm back in Holland. I had a question about my practice because when I'm sitting and focus on my breathing still, I'm very easy to fall asleep. So that has still been a trouble. So now I just try to walk a lot and focus on the Buddha.
Yeah.
And that seems to work better for me right now. And before, especially when I was there with you, I just really tried to force thinking about Buddha. And, you know, it really tired me sometimes. But right now, I noticed that I don't really have to force it. And it just, after a while, it seems to just be like a CD I put on and I just hear it in my mind and I can just listen to it and it goes faster than I can even forcefully, intentionally think about it actually. So I was just wondering, is that a correct way? Am I doing well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. In the beginning, you know, we have to, it's just like, you know, like on your computer. First you have to install the program. Yeah. Once you installed it, you know, it's running by itself. So you have to install the Buddha. Yeah. I mean, in the beginning you use a little bit of force, you know, Buddha, you know, and then it becomes internalized. Once it becomes internalized, you listen to it. Yeah. And while listening to it, I mean, you get the nuances of each Buddha. And that's what you concentrate on. Yeah? You know, how the difference of each Buddha, you know, that keeps your interest going on the Buddha. Okay?
Okay. Yeah. And because right now I don't really do sitting even anymore because every time I get easy to fall asleep, so I just walk and walk and walk. They used to recommend to just sit as well, or should I just focus on just walking?
Also sit, you know, I mean, not very often, you know, but when you sit, yeah, when you start sitting, you know, you determine yourself, I want to catch the thoughts that make me fall asleep. Because there are several thoughts, yeah, okay, everything quiet down, now we can go to sleep, yeah, that's the first thought. 3 minutes later, now isn't it time to go to sleep, yeah, until you really fall asleep, yeah. Once you catch the first thought, you know, you said, no, I don't want to go to sleep. And then you become completely awake, yeah. So try that out, yeah. But you have to be determined in the beginning, before you start your sitting meditation, make the determination that you catch these thoughts. Okay?
So I'll try that too. Yeah. I had another question because lately now it is the summertime here and a lot of my friends, for example, they are people that I know, they just go to party and stuff like that. And before I like that as well a bit, not so much, but sometimes I like to go. But right now they just, they drink a lot and they do drugs a lot here in the Netherlands as well. And before I feel very annoying with that because I don't really drink or do myself, and I'm very I'm the only one in my friend group, so sometimes I feel like it's a bit hard because I am separate from the group. But I really got angry sometimes at them, and I just wanted to change their thoughts and argue with them a bit. But right now I just feel like I feel boring with them, and I judge them a bit for things they do sometimes, and I don't like that about myself, that I do that because I just want to let people do what they want to do, and it's not my problem. But I feel like I'm getting bored with them and I judge them a bit, and it's less hatred that I feel, because before I just feel really a bit angry, and the anger has gone less, but I just want to distance myself more. That is what I feel. And well, I just don't know, is that a right thing to do, or I just have trouble a bit with the people around me sometimes, and I don't really know what to do.
Do they pressure you to come?
No, they don't.
Yeah, then don't
really.
come. Yeah, and only go there if you feel like doing it. And then also, what you do there, when you're together, with your friends, you can observe them, but you stay with the Buddha. Because in this way you are connected much better to your friends. And when you observe them, then you actually see them. Everyone is lonely. Yeah? And then they do a lot of things because out of this loneliness. So you understand, by observing others, you understand also yourself. Yeah. So if you go, just stay with the Buddha. Yeah. Make this, if you can't, leave it out. Yeah. Go only once in a while, once in a long while, and then try it out. Yeah. Just stay. Yeah. Stay focused. Yeah. And stay with your Buddha and observe what is going on. Sometimes you can close your eyes, sometimes you can open your eyes, and just see, and see that the mind, wants to make anything out of what it sees, and then you cut it out with the Buddha.
Okay.
Very interesting, very interesting. We can learn so much, if we are really, if we are really at the core of our heart, we can learn so much about people. And we are so much connected, we are not separated from them. We think we are separated because we don't do the same things. No, that's not the point, even if you're together with your boyfriend, you feel separated, because you don't make the connection with your heart to him. If you make the connection with your heart to him, or if you have your own connection with your own heart, you never feel separated from anybody. Okay?
Yeah, for that I understand, because I feel before I got sometimes angry and feel disconnected, but now I just feel sometimes sympathy or sad for them, even if they just...
Sad is not a good, sympathy is okay.
Like that.
Sad is also, it's also, you feel sad for them, or you feel sorry for them. That means you elevate yourself. And that's not good. You think you're better than them. No, sympathy, sympathy and just, or no feeling at all, just feeling the connectedness to them, and observing them.
Okay, but then, understand. And then another thing which I notice is when I'm not able, or really strongly able to do that yet, I just feel like my attachment is I just feel attachment a lot, or fear of not being attached because sometimes I feel like a distance of interest with my friends or something, and then I have a fear of losing my friends, or they don't think I am fun or nice anymore because different of interest sometimes, and then right now even I just feel sad at the thought of losing them or something, which is the fear of like attachment, and I just don't really know how to deal with that.
You will have to realize that the moment we go the spiritual path, you will lose friends, yeah? That is very normal, because you actually don't share any interest, yeah? But at the same time, you will find new friends. They are much more, much more supporting to your new lifestyle. Yeah? So don't worry about losing friends, but be your own mainstay. Yeah? Even though you think you are alone, you're not alone. The moment you're connected with your heart, you are connected with everybody. Yeah? So you actually don't need friends. Yeah? But you are in connection with the friends, or your connection with everybody. Yeah? So don't be afraid. And it is very normal for people who go, the spiritual path. I mean, meeting with this, you see, it doesn't bring anything anymore. Yeah? I mean, all what they do is, talking about themselves, how good they are, how beautiful they are, or what they have bought, or what they have done, and I mean, you see that all the day long, in your own mind going on. Yeah. So I mean, so then you lose the interest in these kind of people, But you will find on the other hand, you will find other people. Yeah. People who see, people who are attracted to you because, I mean, you spiritually open up, yeah? And other people see that, and it's automatically, drawing us together, yeah? So don't be afraid, yeah? You are your own mainstay, that is the important thing, yeah? If you need gratification, or if you need acceptance from others, then you have a problem. You have to be happy with yourself, yeah? And then people automatically will come. Yeah? And the right people, yeah? And the right people for this time, yeah? And if you go even deeper in that, then you even lose these friends, yeah? But you find new friends, yeah? Let things, I mean, I know we want to do this, like this, because, I mean, everyone around does it, yeah? No, we want to be free and then see what is coming. Huh? What is opening up? I mean, you just go, I don't know, I remember, close to the border of Germany. Yeah, I mean, you go to the marketplace, I mean, you sit there, and you look, and be open, But now we have ideas, this should be like this, now we need to meet this, now we need to meet that, Now we have to, I mean, we have to find acceptance with this person or that person. No. We have to find acceptance with ourselves first, yeah? And then we are our own mainstay, and then people will come. Yeah? Okay? It doesn't work, from one moment to the next, but it is gradually, yeah. I mean, it's not that you make the decision, I don't want to see him, yeah. I mean, your heart loses interest in talking to him because he has nothing to give you, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So I have one more question. My grandfather is recently getting like a dementia. He's starting to forget a lot of things, and I was just wondering because actually before he has been quite religious with Christianity, and he lived his life quite sober, and lately he just has. Or right before he got dementia, he just has question and think about death, and he starts to less believe in God and something like that. And I explained to him something a bit about Buddhism before, and he said, "Oh, that makes a bit sense." But now he's getting dementia, and I feel a bit sad for him, and he's getting lost and a bit troubled. And I was just wondering, is there anything he can do? Like, does it even make sense to still help him with the start of meditation, or is there anything he can do to make the progress less or slower or something like that?
There's certainly the way that, if he's interested, if he's interested in meditation, he still can do meditation. Yeah? The memory is a part of the body. That is going to be lost. The memory of the heart is never be lost. Yeah? We can never lose the memory of our heart. Yeah? We can lose the memory of or how to operate this body, or where we are. This we can lose. Yeah? But the memory of the heart. Yeah? You have to see. Connect to his heart. And see what he wants. Yeah. Sounds easy, but it's. Yeah, but he can do, tell him, if he wants to learn meditation, show him, Buddha, 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 or, if he's Christian, Jesus or Maria, 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 it doesn't matter. Yeah?
Okay. That's it. Thank you.
Hi, Ajahn. I have a question related to the question that you answered before, related to connecting with others. So I have the same experience, let's say, with my family. I try to observe, but I see myself judging others. So one thing that sometimes I just heard you that I think I wanted to check, in terms of connecting better, should I, as I hear people, just continue with the Buddha or my breathing?
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'm afraid that I'm not going to hear them.
Doesn't
or
matter.
that I'm not going to respond properly.
That is what they expect, yeah? But you will respond on a different level, yeah? You will respond, if you're with the Buddha or with the breath, yeah? You actually hear what their heart is telling you. Not what they are saying. You might not hear what they're saying. But you see, you know what their heart is telling you, and then you answer to this, what the heart is telling you, you answer this question, and they will be surprised. Because they didn't expect it, yeah? So stay, and see what is happening, yeah? Be afraid to make mistakes, yeah? Because if you don't learn from mistakes, we stay dumb, yeah? So just try out, see what is working, what is it? Is it working with the Buddha or with the breath, just focus on the Buddha and the breath, yeah? Also, or you listen to, you listen with the heart, to what they say, don't try to process it, yeah? And see what is happening, yeah? You have many opportunities, yeah?
Thank you, John.
Okay.
Okay, I'll read out the questions. There's total 6 questions submitted online. So, first question. I'm a soldier and can legally quit military. Should I do it since I could be sent to war or even World War III? Is it bad karma to stay as a soldier since I can quit legally now?
If you can quit legally, I would quit legally. Yeah? You will be, yeah? Even though, there will be a superior that asks you if you go to war to kill people, yeah? And this kind of killing is not yet your karma, yeah? But after, yeah, what did the Lord Buddha say? After 3 kills, you get a liking for this killing, you get a inclination to kill and to torture other people, yeah? And that is dangerous, and people don't know it, don't see it, and they just go on, and it becomes worse and worse and worse, and then you create a lot of bad karma, yeah? So, If you can quit it legally, quit it. Yeah. I mean, do something that is helpful to the community. Be in community service. Or just pick any job. That doesn't hurt other people, because being a soldier, it hurts other people.
Okay. Second question. Are the wars today comparable to the wars of Buddha's time?
The wars? You mean war?
War, yeah.
No, I mean even at the Buddha's time there was war. Yeah, I mean this civilization is a civilization of war, endless war. Yeah? I mean, yes, they are in one way more terrible, because they have more terrible weapons. But I mean, death is death, and torture is torture, But even in the old times, they had fantastic tortures, So, it hasn't changed. I don't think it hasn't changed. Yeah? I mean, the Lord Buddha even tried to stop some wars, but I mean, sometimes he was successful and sometimes, he was not successful.
This one is on some German news. Is it bad for a heart to watch the German, I can't pronounce this, to watch the German Kage Church?
Do you have the questions?
Because they are
wait a moment, we read
German
it.
Tagesschau.
What?
It's just asking if it's bad to watch the Tagesschau because it's like influenced by killings or something.
That's what he's asking, yeah. I mean, watching the German news, be it the Tagesschau, be it ARD, be it ZDF, or be it DW, what is it, DW, yeah? Deutsche Welle, I mean, it's all misinformation, yeah. Better watch no news at all, yeah, and just watch the news in your heart, yeah. But you can, you can watch, I mean, if you want to watch, what the West is saying, but then you should, counter it with what is the East saying. So what is Russia saying, yeah? And see, and then make your own judgment, yeah? Because no side will report the truth, yeah? They will always, they will always mix their feelings or their expectations within this, or whatever they think, yeah. But I think, I find, the German news is I mean, 87, I remember 1987, yeah, I chucked out my TV because I couldn't stand the news anymore. And 2 years later, I stopped my what is it, my abonnement for the newspaper. Because, I mean, I couldn't stand this misinformation that was presented to me. It was so obvious to me, yeah? So I stopped it all. Yeah? Okay? Next
question. So I guess you answered the question, but the follow-up question is, if we are forced to inform ourselves, who should we trust?
Trust yourself. Trust your own judgment. Yeah? That's why I say, read the news from the West, read the news from the East, yeah. Read the news, from what is American news, I mean, there are some more or less, but they're all misinform us, yeah. But then read the news, what is this? What is the East? What is Russia and China saying about the same thing? And then make up your own mind, yeah. If that's how you get informed, yeah.
Okay. Next question. Paying respects, Ajahn Martin. During meditation, where the mind is very still and calm, breath very quiet, what happens next? Do I let go of my object of meditation, the breath? Thank you, Ajahn.
I think I explained it to the person from Kenya, yeah?
Yeah, okay. So that's it. The next question. Hello from Canada. Can you elaborate on the 4 Sampajanas?
What is Sampajana?
Clear knowing, but the 4 Sampajanas is commentary stuff, so it's not even in the suttas. It's just clear, like Sati and Sampajana is usually together.
What is it? I heard it, Lumta said it.
Usually they call it Sati Sampajanya.
Sati Sampajanya.
Clear understanding.
Clear, knowing, clear understanding, yeah. I mean, if it is from the commentaries, forget it, yeah, because that's what people think that the Lord Buddha said, but he didn't say it.
No, it's not.
The four Sampajanya.
The Mahasatipatthana Sutta.
Oh, it's a Mahasatipatthana Sutta.
Yes. When
He's asking about the four Sampajanyas, which is commentaries.
But he's asking about four Sampajanya. I don't know what he's asking. Next time, I mean, specify what he really wants to know. Yeah, I mean, it's clear knowing even, the Mahasatipatthana Sutta. Yeah, I mean, it's enormously difficult to understand if you don't have a level of concentration, if you don't have a level of sati and level of wisdom, you will not understand what he said. Yeah. See the body within the body, I mean, what is the meaning? See the chitta within the chitta. I mean, nobody will understand it if he has not reached that level where he can understand it, yeah? So, I mean, I know people in the West, always try to figure out things, yeah, but that is the way of the kilesas, yeah? To figure out, yeah? The way of the Dhamma is to observe, observe, observe until the heart understands. And the clearer the heart observes, and the heart observes only clear if there is no thoughts and no imagination in the mind, yeah? No memories. Yeah? If it just sees what it sees. Yeah? And if it does it often enough, it understands what it sees. But to figure out, I mean, to read, and what did the Lord Buddha say about this? What is this? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not the Lord Buddha. I don't know. Yeah? And sometimes I don't even know. If it is really what the Lord Buddha said. Because things, I mean, written over, and copied, and we make mistakes when we copy. Yeah. Even us, I mean, when we copy a text, we do make mistakes, yeah? I mean, we miss out a word, miss out a letter, and then later on people don't understand what is actually, what was actually written. Anyway, so, don't think too much, observe, get the sati, get samadhi, first get samadhi, concentration, and then develop the sati, and then observe what is happening. And that is, if he wants to understand, yeah, if he wants sampajana, this clear understanding, that, yeah, you have the clear understanding if there are no thoughts and no memory present. Yeah, if you just see, that's where the clear understanding comes. Okay, next question. I'm
so this
getting tired. Yeah.
Okay, this is the last question online. Madami Ajahn Martin. What should we do if some bad feelings arise without any reason? The other day I told myself I need to gather up myself, but then I remember in Buddha's teaching there is no self. What is your view about gathering up oneself when feeling bad when there is actually no self?
Thinking, stop thinking, and stop thinking about this. It's just the same. It's always the problem. Non-self. Don't even think about it. Just practice. Yeah, sila, samadhi, panya. That is the way out. Understand dukkha. See the dukkha in your heart. See what causes the dukkha. Yeah, that's the second noble truth. Know that there's an end of dukkha, and then go the path. Don't think. Just go. Yeah? What do they say in America? Walk the walk, yeah? Don't think about it, where to walk, yeah? You know what to do, you have to develop concentration, you have to develop sati, and then you have to start investigation, yeah? So what is there to think about it, yeah? The principles, will become clearer the more our mind, becomes clearer, yeah? Of anatta, things are not ourselves, yeah? I mean, whatever, yeah? The thoughts that this person has is not himself, yeah? Who knows that there's a thought? Who knows that there's a memory? That is not self, yeah? But if he needs to get up from his bed, I don't know. Who needs to get up? Yeah? Get up and sit down and practice, yeah? That's the wrong question to ask, yeah? Okay? I think I'm tired for today. I was working on our solar system for the whole day. Yeah? So, if there are no more pressing questions, then we can end the session, yeah?
Yeah. Yes, I think there are no further questions online.
Okay.
Thank you all for the session today.
Have a nice day, or have a nice night, or have a nice evening, whatever, wherever you are. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Uncle. Let's pay respects to Uncle. Bye. Okay, thank you everyone.
My leg hurts. Okay. Go back to practice. Yogmani. Putu.